Okay, everybody, welcome back to a day trading review session. It's been a while since we have done one of these. Two trades today, both small as hell, fast as hell. I mean, I don't know. This is definitely nothing to write home about. Personally, I believe that today is kind of a nothing burger. I'm here like ready to trade, but the way the market opened up just wasn't very appealing to me, right? So two trades on the day. The first one, I was watching Netflix for a potential kind of weekly 3-bar play. This is a little bit of a funky one because I don't love the wick on bar one, but it is technically a weekly 3-bar play, right? And I'm also was essentially trying to see if this would be a potential weekly lower high that kind of turns into a confirmed weekly lower high with the breakdown, right? Obviously, I didn't expect us to get down to like 290s this week, but that's what I was looking for overall on Netflix. And we had one level as our reference point, which was 319.3, right? On the daily chart, we've also been kind of putting in this little like range here. And essentially, I was looking, hey, can we get a 1, 2, 3 on the daily chart? 1 down, 2 kind of rest, 3 break down. Can we get that to ultimately kind of trigger this short move down on Netflix beneath this little support range it's developed right here? So I say, okay, our level is 319.3. All right, I want to make sure that, and again, this was written in the pre-market plan, right? I want us opened underneath 319.3, then get a rally over it, then get a sell-off back beneath the level, right? So initially, this wasn't my favorite reaction in the first place. We did rally a little bit more than initially wanted, but I stayed true to my plan. I sat here, I patiently waited. We got a retest of that 319.3. I entered on the 2-minute bar as we were getting back up here before we broke its low, because I wanted to try and get a fill and keep my stop tighter, especially considering I was giving a signal on it. If I was trading in my room, locked by myself, I think I probably would have waited for that low break, but it worked out nicely because we took an entry at like 1.7 and then fairly quickly, it was in profit and it made it down to 2.0, 2.05, 2.06. So I got like slightly over 1R on it, right? Like it's, you know, entry 1.7, stop loss, was it 1.3, 1.4, trim 2.08, I think it was, something like that, right? So essentially, 1x what we. And I was like, all right, well, the market's been an asshole lately, so I'm going to trim a little bit at 1R, right? And just lock some on there just to make sure, just in case the market fails this move and rallies back. Lo and behold, the market failed that move. As we got back above the level, I exited the rest of my position at 1.6, so slightly under break even. So this was a small green trade, depending on how much you trimmed. Definitely not going to be out there flexing this one to the world. Like, oh my God, look at the trade we took. Like it was, I am actually really, really happy though with the execution and management. I was very patient on my entry, got the entry I wanted, and then exited 10 cents when it's under break even when it started to fail. So like, I'm pretty damn happy with the management on this position. It's just annoying that it didn't get follow through, right? But I'm not that unhappy about it. That's cool with me. No harm, no foul. On to the next, right? So then when it came to ES itself, in terms of what I was looking for, we had a few different things in play. There was a level up, and I just cleared my charts right before this. There was a level up at 41.11. There was technically one here, 40.74s. But really the level that I have been waiting to trade for forever is this 40.68.25. That's the one that's more important to me. That's the one that I've sort of been focusing on. And so while we there's a bounce at 74s and such, and I was open-minded to maybe doing something off that level. Really what I wanted was 40, 68, 25s to trade, and then we can see how that reacts and goes from there, right? Now, one thing that FOMC days are historically known for is the next day erasing whatever move we made during FOMC. Go back and look at FOMC day charts. It happens all the time, right? Where an FOMC day move literally erases the previous day's move, right? Now, I was open-minded to taking some longs on the SPY as a lotto in case we did erase that move, right? My first priority would have been shorts on a failed retest of the level. But if we tested 40.68s, I was open-minded to longs in the event that we did get a rally back up pretty much 100 points, right? And erase yesterday's selling. I was open-minded to that, right? However, what I wanted was essentially this type of reaction, this initial reaction that you are seeing. I wanted that, but at 40.68s. When we didn't get it down there, I was like, I'm not all that interested in longs, but I am. The level finally traded. Woo! Truthfully, right now, I think we probably break it, but I don't know. We'll see. This is pulled back, right? And as we were pulling back, I see that we hammer off the level. So that's my first clue that, hey, you never know. We might get a strong erasing of yesterday's move, so to speak. But for me, I'm not interested in just buying this hammer. I need some sort of other reference point that I can use to guide me into this trade. So I waited, and right here, we actually end up getting a 2-minute potential higher low. Off the 2-minute chart here. Okay, see, that, my friends, is the reaction I was waiting for off of this 40.68.25s. I don't know if it holds or not. It's just reacting for now. I'm a little bit hands off. I don't like this lower high first before testing the level. Okay. But here I was looking for a potential higher low. We got that. Again, here we took So here we took that entry at 1.25, the stop loss at 1.0. We trimmed at 150, essentially trimming 1x what we are risking. As soon as we got that trim, I said, okay, I want to try and hold this in case it is the right entry that works and we erase all of yesterday's selling. Let's hold it, but let's put a stop at break even, guaranteed winner, risk-free trade. The market starts to pull back a little bit. I actually end up exiting at 1.35. So I made 10 cents per contract. I mean, this is the definition of a nothing burger day for me, but I'm actually really happy with the execution. I took 2 trades that, if they worked, could have been very high earning potential, right? If the SPY one worked, I was looking at up here for targets. That would have been a crazy profitable trade. If Netflix worked, I would have been looking for like at least below yesterday's low, right? I would have been looking for 100, 150 type of move, minimum, right? Probably more. Neither of these trades really worked all that well, but I made money on both, albeit very small money on my risk, but I made money. I maintained my discipline. I maintained my execution. I'm a happy fucking camper. I walked out of today like, meh, but it's 50 minutes into the day, less than an hour in. Might a better trade pop up later in the day that I missed? Maybe, but I'm walking away with my mental capital fully contained, fully happy, fully proud, so to speak, right? The only thing that I am bummed about is missing Shopify. I missed this Shopify move. It was in the pre-market plan to look for retests of 54.18. We got that retest, and then we even got an opening print retest. So I am a little bummed that I missed that. But again, I was paying attention to the overall market as well today. And the overall market looked like shit, right? Like you didn't want to be long with this overall market. It was hard for me to gauge, was Shopify going to be able to make the move without the market on its side, right? And it was evidently, but I wasn't sure. So I ended up being a little bit more hands-off and I missed that one, which is a bummer, but that's not the end of the world to me, right? I think that shop was a very high quality trade setup with the gap over the level and the potential to rally into the next level and the longer time frames. Everything looked really good. I just didn't like how the market was looking, and that was enough to keep me out of that trade, right? I wanted to try and catch a move. We saw the market moving down initially early on. I was trying to catch a move that was moving with the market, which would have been Netflix, right? Which had that setup and potential there. It just failed to go lower, so we took a break-even trade. Not the end of the world. Not someday I'm definitely going to be popping up. I'm the best trader everyone's. No, look. But am I fucking proud of how I executed today? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I consider today a win, absolutely, even if it was nothing, too crazy, too exciting. So that being said, that is all I have for you today. I hope that everybody has a great rest of the day. Oh, I was just really scared that I wasn't recording for some reason. Hope you all have a great rest of the day. Any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm going to go nap and then work out and play. I'm getting away from the screens. I don't want to trade this shit. I'm not interested. So that being said, I hope everybody has a great rest of the day, and we'll talk soon. All right. Cheers, gang.